Hello, guys. Sorry, I'm having a little bit of a problem with my throat today. All right, maybe I can get started here. My throat's kind of going out, but I had a question on Reddit, and somebody was asking me. There seems to be a big controversy early on in the game, and when you're trying to grind up and get XP and cash. A lot of people. I mean, it seems to be the consensus view that Emerald Lake, walleye at Emerald Lake, is the way to go. And I just disagree with that. Yes, walleye at Emerald Lake, they're a high value fish, and you can actually do it that way, and a lot of people do that. But I do not think it's the best. It's slow and it's boring. And generally, you got to use one rod, and it's just not very fun. And I don't think, as time-wise, you actually do better. I have actually leveled up 3 different Fishing Planet accounts, and not once have I ever done it at Emerald Lake on walleye. I always go from Lone Star to Rocky Lake, and then from Rocky Lake straight to Falcon when I'm just grinding to level up. I've done 3 accounts this way, and I've never once used Emerald Lake. It's just too stinking boring. So I'm going to walk you through today what I consider the best way to grind for trout on Falcon Lake and make a lot of XP and cash. So let's go ahead and let's talk about equipment first, because this is an important factor. The trout. We're going to be grinding on trout primarily at Falcon Lake, and there's 3 types of trout there. There's the rainbow. Well, actually, there's 4. There's the rainbow, there's the cutthroat, there's the brown trout, and then there's the Oregon red band. We're gonna the brown trout can reach almost up to 8 pounds, so you're going to need to, have equipment that can handle that. But also, there's smaller trout, and you don't want to get penalized on XP by using too heavy equipment. And if you're early on, you don't have access to heavy equipment. So let's talk about what you can use. Now, I've done the grind on Falcon Lake with I use bottom rods. Okay, or no, I'm talking about feeder rods. And I've actually done it with the very first one, the Creek Pro 7. Okay, it's only a 6.5 pound rod, and it really works well for everything but those big brown trout. When you hook into them on this, it's going to take you a while. It will do it, but it will take you a while to get them in. So if all you have is the Creek Pro 7, then you shouldn't be hesitant to use it. Hold on a second. I had to do something real quick. So that, it will work. And I like to fish at Falcon Lake with 2 rods, 2 feeder rods, and 1 spinning rod. So I have a 2-rod stand. Let's see here. What are the equipment? Rod stands. So at level 12, if you have 25 Bitcoin, you can get this stand here. At level 14, you can get this one here, with just your game cache there. So if you're at level 12, you can get that one. But level 14, I do like this stand right here, and it will work at Falcon Lake. It won't work on docks where you have to put it in like on docks, but it will work at Falcon Lake. Okay, so 2-rod stand. You need 2 rods. Now, my preferred rod, for the best power versus XP, because with the Creek Pro 7, you're going to get, a bonus XP for using lightweight tackle. Even with the Creek Pro 8, which is just a 7-pound rod, you're going to get that. But again, you get those bigger 5 and 6-pound brown trout on there. It's going to take you a while to pull them in. And so I have found in my experience, and I've tested all these rods out and all the combinations, and the all-around 1210 gives you the best power versus XP bonus balance. You're going to be able to get the trout in quicker, and you won't get penalized heavily for having a little bit of power. You'll actually get as much XP as the Creek Pro 7 in most cases, unless you just catch a really, really small trout. But in most cases, you're going to get a green XP and sometimes even a tackle bonus by using this. Okay, as far as reels, I like to balance things out. So, this is an 11-pound rod. So if you're able to get this, let's go ahead and get the go up here. When it comes to reels, I really you might as well, if you look over here, let me click on this one, this Texan Hunter 3500. If the friction section says 6, just skip that reel. Don't use it. Okay, that's it. You're losing so much drag potential by using a 6-count friction drag. You're just losing so much. It's not worth it. They shouldn't even have these in the game because they're just garbage. I would not ever use any Fishing Planet reel that only has 6 friction counts. 8 friction counts is good, but better than all of that is one that has 12 friction counts, okay? And so you don't actually see one that has 12 friction counts until you get to the Xperia. You need to be at level, let's see, 18 to get it, if you can get it. It's an 11-pound reel, and that matches perfectly 11 pounds with this, with the all-around. The all-around 12, so because we got 11 pounds, so that's a perfect matchup with rod and reel. And with that 12 friction count, you're going to be able friction reel count on the drag. You're going to be able to get max drag out of this without damaging your equipment. So it's going to give you great power while not giving you a tackle penalty. Okay, so lines, of course, you want to match those up with whatever line is appropriate. Let's see what we got here on lines. Oops, I hit the wrong thing. So it really doesn't matter on lines, just as long as you're in the right poundage. You can use the fluorocarbon. Fluorocarbon does help with increasing the bite rate, so you'll get faster bites, and the 10-pound will be fine. So yeah, you can get all the way down to level 16. So you'll get about 200, maybe 300 yards, 300 feet of this line on that reel. So that's good. Now, as far as hooks, guys, barbless hooks are going to give you an XP bonus. So you're going to get more XP, and you want to use the 2/0 barbless hook. It's 2 bait coin, but here's the thing: unless you just are really bad at breaking hooks off, you're going to have them for the whole game. Buy your barbless hooks from the beginning of the game with whatever bait coin you have, and just use them. They are going to give you an XP bonus for tackle bonus on every fish that you catch. And it's just, they're not that expensive. And the thing is you're going to have them throughout the whole game. I never break hooks off. So, I've gone from level 1 to level, 83 and never lost a barbless hook. So buy them and you'll have them forever. Okay. You get to reuse them. So, that's basically my setup right there. Let's see. Do I have a template for this? I have the Creek Pro Max. This one right here is one setup that I would use, but let's see, do I have the all-around setup here? 11-pound feeder. This is the all-around. So let's go ahead and equip this. What's missing here? Come on. I'm not sure what's missing. This doesn't show anything is missing here. So we'll go ahead and build it. Let's go ahead and get the all-around in there. Okay. Where's the reels at here? What do I have in my backpack? I have some stuff here. I'm going to move these into home storage. We don't need those. Okay. Now let's go over here to reels, and I've got that's an 11, the 3000. All right, so we'll put that on there. And then let's see what we got. Line. Like I said, you can use the fluorocarbon. Do I have it here? 10-pound fluorocarbon. That should be perfect. 292. Perfect. Okay. Half-ounce weight is plenty. Put that on there. Okay. And as a leader, you can go, if you have a fluorocarbon leader, go ahead and do that. Let me get down here to my fluorocarbon leaders. What's an... Don't have a fluorocarbon leader the right size here. Mono leaders. That could be good. Will it go on there? Yes, it will, so that'll be fine. And then, of course, go back and backpack here. Go to the 2/0 hook. See, I just buy all the barbless hooks, so I have them. Now this is a really good barbless hook, and you'll get that actually by fishing at Falcon, but it's a little big and it slows the bite rate down. For maximum bite rate, you're going to want to use the 2/0 hook. Okay. Let's see. Let's put that simple bell on there. And for bait, now talking about bait, you're going to want to use natural eggs. Okay. They work really, really good. And here's the thing about, people's like, well, why not use small minnows? Okay, well, let's take this, because we're at a Falcon Lake. We're talking about how many fish you're going to catch. A lot of fish. You're going to catch a lot of fish fast. Okay, so let's look at baits and see what they cost. And this is where you're going to lose out at an Emerald Lake. Okay, so common baits. Nope, sorry. Let's just go with fresh baits. All right. So small minnows, 300 game cash for 10. So that's 30 basically dollars. Let's call it $30 per minnow. Per minnow, okay? Natural eggs, 25 for 500. Okay, so the actual cost of the bait is a lot lower. All right. Because you're getting 25 for 500. It seems like it's more expensive because it's 300, but you're getting 2.5 times more. So it's about what is that? Anyways, so my mind's not working right now, but anyways, it's less. And you can actually use artificial salmon eggs, which are 300 for 25, and they will work really, really well at Falcon too. But you'll catch fish faster and bigger fish on natural eggs. So both will work really good, but this one is definitely going to outperform, and I've tested them both. Okay, so that's the rod that I'm going to set up there, and we're just going to put the natural eggs on there. Okay, you can use minnows if you want, but they do work very well, but you're paying more per fish. Okay, so you're reducing the cash value of the fish. All right, now, so that's my preferred rod there. But let me just go ahead and go back here to the Creek Pro Max and just equip it there. Okay, so that's what I'm missing there is the fluorocarbon leader. What am I missing on the fluorocarbon leader here? Is it the 8-pound? Let's did I buy it? Okay, no. Now let's go back here and let's try that again. Oh, I thought I just bought that. This is 0.009. Okay, let's try it again. Which one is it? Maybe it's this one. Doesn't really tell me. So let's try that again. Equip. What in the world? I bought both of them. Okay, 009. 09. Let's see. What's the next one here? Oh, there's a third one. Okay, that's the one then. All right, now let's try it. Okay, I'm not understanding what is going on here. Okay, I'm not wasting any more money on that. I'll just build the rod. Sometimes these templates just don't work very well. So let me go over here to inventory, and where is my Creek Pro? The Creek Pro 910. So I have 2 of those. This one's almost used up. I used it a lot at Falcon and basically burned it up. Let's see here. Let's go with 8-pound braid. Let's see. Well, let me go and get the reel. Yeah, get my reel on there first. The Xperia double punch. No. This is one right here. The Prima 2500 is what I'm going to put on there, and that'll give you. You can over drag this and break this rod. This kit here, the way I'm setting it up, but it does give you max drag if you use it right. We'll put the 8-pound on there. Okay. As far as the leader, we'll put the. Wait a second. Yeah, we can. What happened there? Okay. Oh, backpack's full. All right, so we just got to move some stuff out of the backpack here. Okay. We'll just put the fluorocarbon on there. Need another 1/2-ounce sinker. Where's my... Oh, that's my backpack. 1/2-ounce sinker. And... £8. Oh, I was buying line. I wasn't buying leader. No wonder. Oh my goodness. Wasn't paying attention to what I was doing very well, was I? Sorry about that, guys. Go to home. Don't have it there. I don't have it there. Let's just go ahead and put the sinker on and go to my backpack. I just keep all the barbless hooks with me. Bait, natural eggs, and get our deal there. And we do have to have that leader. That's why I was messing up there. Okay, I'm not even sure which one it was. We'll just buy this one here. Now, that should have gone to my backpack. There we go. Alright, that's the setup. I was buying line. I'm not even sure why I was doing that. So anyways, okay. So this rod right here, we have... This is my preferred rod. Okay, this is what I would use. But this rod will work even though it's a 7.5. It'll still work fine. This one just give you a little more fighting power. As far as a spinning reel, okay, you can use this 10-pound setup with this right here. This has got the 6 friction count. That's a horrible reel. Don't even, yeah. Goodbye. I don't want you. Okay, I'm not going to use that. What do we got here? It's a 10-pound rod. What kind of reels? Let's just use the... I really prefer a 12 friction count. I'm not seeing any that I have in stock. And I don't have any reels in my backpack. So let's see what we can get for this rod that will make it just the best reel. Okay, so you can't get this one until you get to level 18, and that may be a little high. But this is the one I'm going to recommend for that rod if you can get it. I've got that one right there. It's an 8 friction count. It's more appropriate for that rod. But you're still not going to get max drag. So we'll just go ahead and do this one here. Go here and put that on. We'll need 10-pound tests. 10-pound braid, if you can get it, you can use that there and give you enough, because if you hook into a big one, you can use that. Okay. And let's see, where's that fluorocarbon leader that I just spent a lot of money on. The thing about fluorocarbon leaders is they kind of jump way up. So, yeah, that's perfect right there. Let's buy that. Put that on there. Okay, they go. So now we got there we go. That's our perfect fluorocarbon leader. As far as lures, there's only 2 lures that you're going to use at Falcon Lake. Okay, all right. Now, if you're just going to Falcon Lake for the first time, you won't have this lure. But this is a lure that you get for free at Falcon Lake. And if you spend 3 consecutive days without going back to the global map, just basically fast forwarding to the next day, you will get this automatically. And this is the unique magnet lure for Falcon Lake. It works absolutely fantastic to catch the unique trout, and you will almost exclusively catch unique trout on this particular lure. No other lure works like this one at Falcon Lake. So stay there 3 days, get this lure, and that's what you're going to use. Until then, I found that one of the best lures to use is this barbless nano spinner, 1/5 ounce. So you can put that on there, and you don't need to use any skirting or anything like that. So those are the 3 rods, if you're early on, that you're going to use to go to Falcon Lake, and these are the setups. But if you can get 2 of these, go ahead and do these, because you'll be a little bit faster. You'll see what I'm talking about once we get there. But if you're real low level and this is the only rod you can get, this is the best rod you can get, then go ahead and get there. And that's the great thing about Falcon Lake, is you can actually go with low level equipment and do very well. Okay, so let's go ahead and head down there. All right, so now there's a lot of places to fish. Don't worry about all the rest of this. This is where you're going to go, right down here. It's called Nature's Charming Hardcore, all right? And you're just going to go right here. All right, and you're not even going to move. Where you spawn is where you're going to want to put down your rod stand, okay? Let's see. Which one is my rod stand? Sorry. It's been a while since I played. Okay, so you can actually go forward a little bit. You can just literally, you're going to aim right at that rock right in front of you. Okay, now you'll have the 2 rod stand, but I've got a 3 one here. Okay, and now one of your feeder rods you're going to cast right here, which is going to be about 85 feet thereabouts. Bring it back. That's too far. 90 feet's okay. And then lock that in right there. Okay, set that down. Now your other feeder rod, oops, I'm sorry. Put that down. Your other feeder rod, you're going to throw right here, 100 feet exactly, right in this corner back here. Back there. Okay, and I know it goes a little bit further. You're going to set that at 100 feet. Okay, and set that down. All right. Now, I forgot to fast forward, so we're going to fast forward just to the beginning of where it starts to go to yellow, right there. All right. And then now we can use our spinning rod. And the thing is you almost won't have time to use the spinning rod because you're going to get bites so fast here, it's not even funny. But I like to cast right down in there with this 1/5 ounce nano spinner. Okay. Got to increase that drag a little bit. And just bring, there we go. I mean, and you will catch a trout about as fast as you can throw in. And the thing is here is that you're going to have a lot of fish on all at once, and it's going to be hard to catch them all. Okay. Go ahead and grab this one. And this is the thing I like about Falcon Lake is it is fast action. I mean, it's non-stop action. And so that's a good fish there. Go ahead and cast it out. That way we can keep it going. Now, if you have 3 rods, okay. We got. Ooh, that fish was. Oh, it escaped. That was a big fish, and the rod was over dragged. It's about ready to put a hurting on my rod. And that's what I'm talking about there, guys. It's going to be fast and furious really quickly. It's hard to even use your spinning rod because of how fast things are going on. And we already have 2 more fish on. Got a good one on here. These rocks sometimes cause a problem. This is a nice rainbow here. 3-pound rainbow. And so, like, there's no way at Emerald you're going to fish this fast. I mean, I can't. I'm getting so many bites. I'm losing fish because it's just going so fast. And that is how it works here, buddy. And it's like this fast and furious until, like, through that whole big old peak. The great thing is also the peak is very long on this thing. Got a little bit snagged here. I find out sometimes setting the rod down will unsnag it. There we go. Okay, now let's get this spinner back. Another place you can cast is just basically straight out here. And like I said, it's hard to use 3 rods. That's why I don't even bother putting a 4th rod in the slot here. Is because the bite is so fast here. You just don't have time to use more than 2 feeder rods. I've already lost 2 good fish because I just can't. Ooh, this is a red band. Now, a red band is the most valuable fish at Falcon as far as XP, 100 XP for like a 1.3 pound fish. That's really, really good. And they don't get that big, and the XP value is pretty high on them. So, like I say, you're going to be fishing very, very fast here. Got to watch out for these rocks. Let's see. Let's hit that. There we go. And the fish jump, guys. You can kind of get them in if they jump, and you kind of horse them in by. Now, you got to be careful with it because sometimes they'll get off. But look at this nice brown trout here. A 5-pound trout. Look at that XP. Look at that cash. Let me go ahead and try to get this in the water and then switch over and get this rod before that fish gets off. Look at that. And we got another good one on here. Look at this. This is the 11-pound rod, and it is just stripping out. Okay. You see the Creek Pro did pretty good. That 5-pound brown came in pretty good. So, yeah, look at there. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, we are just yanking the fish in here. A little 2-pound rainbow, but good XP, all in green. Okay, let's go ahead. I haven't even got to use my spinning rod but one time. And, oh boy, we got another good one. Look at that stripping line. This is another good trout. Going to get good XP. Probably going to have another one on the other rod before I even have a chance to get this thing in. And, guys, this is the way it goes. All day long at Falcon Lake. Just fish after fish after fish after fish. Got to watch out for those rocks. You're never going to get a downtime. Nice. Look at there. Nice brown trout. A nice cash. Let me get this rod back in the water. Keep this up and keep it going. A little young rainbow here. Yeah, you can fish with a 4/0 hook, and it will kind of lessen the young rainbows that you're going to get. But, you know, it's not costing that much because of the bait is cheaper. And, you know, this is the way it is. Now, you're not going to catch any unique trout with these feeder rods. You're going to have to catch them with the spinner rod, okay? And you can catch the brown trout. Do not get to a unique size. You can get trophy brown trout up to I think I've caught like almost an 8-pounder, 7.8 7 pounds or 7.8 pounds. Let me get, oh my gosh, I can't even get my spinning rod. It is just one trout. Ooh, this is a red band. I love red bands because they give really super high XP value for a very small fish. See, look at that little tiny one and 101, and you're spinning less, and it's just funner. The fish jump. I mean, walleye are boring. I mean, they come in like a dead log. You know, they just you hook them and then they just come in. Ooh boy, yeah, I've got this rod max dragged, so I can't actually let it down because it'll break it. You got to keep it up in the air for some odd reason when you let it pull down. Let's see. Ooh, look at this. Is a brown trout. Nice. Man, I'm catching some nice browns over here in the corner. Come on. No, no, no. Yeah, you're on there too soon. There's a limited amount of time that you have to grab these guys before. Ooh, this is another good one. Look at that. Okay. So you can see, guys, this is, oh my gosh. This is so much more funner than ooh, this is an Oregon red band. It's a good one. Trophy maybe. Trophy, look at that. Look at that XP. Oh my goodness, yeah. So I want to try to catch a unique before I end this video. If I can get the spinning rod up. Okay, now maybe I can just reel this in finally. Man, just won't like I said, those natural eggs, man, they work so effectively here. Come on, come on. Oh, had a hit right there. See, it jumped, it missed, it jumped out of the water. And you just go ahead and just reel all the way right up to the bank here. sometimes they'll grab it as it's coming out of the water. Now, if you really want to catch uniques, you're going to want to use that X spinner lure. This one right here, and I've got a jig winner. This is a great rod for this area. It is the most deadly lure. That the X series barbless spinner. That is what you're going to want to use, and that's what you're gonna. That's the the Lake Falcon unique magnet. And you will catch unique rainbows, unique cutthroat, and unique red band. This is a nice rainbow trout here. Look at there, trophy rainbow, nice. Like that spot right there has been the real bonus spot here. But if you want to catch a unique, now I've caught the unique rainbow. There's two uniques you can catch here. One is the unique rainbow, and the other is the unique red band. Okay. A lot of times I will catch the unique rainbow right in this area right here. That's probably it. Now this is the jig winner. No, that's the unique red band. Probably. That's what it looks like. No, what is this? That's a little smallmouth. Wow. I do not very often catch the smallmouth right in there. You can cast between these rocks way out there. The jig winner gives you like a really far casting ability. And we're just going to use the standard stop and go. I almost always catch a unique rainbow when I cast out there. It's kind of funny, the line's going through the rock, but it's actually going over the top of the rock. Let me go ahead and grab this rod while the fish is on it. Okay. And this here is, this is how you grind at Falcon Lake. It is so much funner than grinding at Emerald Lake. And you're going to earn as much XP and more cash faster at Falcon than you are going to earn it at Emerald Lake. And there we go. It's a good one. Got fish right there. Got something on that X spinner, man. That X spinner lure. So I'm gonna actually, yeah. Come on, that fish was way out there. The Emerald Lake cannot compete here, guys. It is not even close. Let me go ahead and grab that rod right there. You're never gonna have this kind of action at Emerald Lake, and you're making good money. You're making good money, good XP. If you use these rods here, you notice I'm getting green on everything. Okay, getting green everywhere. All right, so I'm not going to put that back in. I'm just going to fish just to kind of catch the unique. Here, let me try right here, because these rods will never stop going. As long as they're in the water, it's going to just be non-stop hauling in trout as fast as you can. Now, you're going to get a little better XP bump for using this rod here, the Creek Pro 9, than you on the all-around. But if you hook into those really big fish, those 6 and 7 pound brown trout, you're going to want that all-around. So the all-around does not get quite as much XP as the Creek Pro 9, but oh, look at there, man. Nice. Okay, so we're going to leave that out, and so you know how that works. Don't have to show you that no more. Let's go ahead and show you the uniques here. Right in here, right next to that rock, I catch that unique a lot of times. Unique rainbows. You get a lot of XP for it. Now, the jig winner is a little bit heavy, but when you catch, if you use the jig winner 10 foot, and you catch, there it is. That's the unique rainbow right there, right on the edge of that rock. Yeah, and you'll be glad you have the jig winner when you hook into this bait, because this one doesn't come in as easy This one's been a pretty easy fight, but there we go. No, it's a trophy. Okay, it's not the unique. So whenever you hook those, like there, I catch it a lot of times right in here, cast there, bring it. Sometimes I catch it on the back side, not so far out. I catch it on the back side of the rock there. And then if I'm not getting it right in this area, I can catch it over here too. But this is where I generally catch the unique rainbow. Okay, right in here. Come on now. Getting pretty close to the backside. About 125. There's a spot right on the backside of that rock, about 125 feet. We're out. Oop, I had a hit and missed. Now that's a good thing about this X series barbless spinner. It's a 3/0 hook, so you really won't catch a lot of little ones on it. You'll get some hits, but they'll miss it. There's a hole right behind that rock. It's kind of deep, and then it gets shallow right after that. See, those little ones, there you go. Another little one hit it, but it missed. So another. So I've had like 4 or 5 little ones that missed it. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. What we got? What do we got here? Another trophy. Another trophy. Nice. Okay. Now sometimes I'll catch the unique rainbow right over here, right along this bank right here. But this X series barbless spinner 3.0, 3/0, it catches a lot of trophies, a lot of uniques. Every now and then you will hook a small fish, but generally it kind of reserves it for the bigger fish. Now, another place you can catch some big brown trout is casting all the way down there. And the Jig Winner 10 foot is with the Xperia MLR 3500 reel is just an amazing combination. You have to be at level 20 to get it, but I keep this rod throughout the entire, even at level 83. This is one of my template rods right here. Oh, that was a good one. Missed it. Now I can lower the speed down and just do down to 1 speed and just do a straight draw, and sometimes that works good. The stop and go works good. The straight draw works good. It's pretty much no way you can pull this lure in that it doesn't work good. Way back there on the back side of that rock down there, right next to it, that's where you get some fish, and then you won't get a bite until you get around 100 feet in. And usually get a hit right around there. And boy, we got a good one on. Look at that. When it's drawing out drag on this, you know you got a decent fish. Now if it turns around and pulls a second time, this looks like another trophy rainbow maybe. It's at least a good rainbow. Nice rainbow. Let's go ahead and cast right back in here. Always let it sink down about halfway when using the straight draw. We're not at the peak fishing time yet, so right about there. I find the uniques kind of like the lower, right at below the middle of the water column. Changing the angle of your rod also can kind of adjust where I'm getting lots of hits, but nothing big. Like I said, this lure, there we go. This lure kind of restricts the small ones. You will catch them eventually, but you're not going to catch them all the time. So you can literally just come here with a spinning rod, and you, or especially with this lure, and you'll catch a lot of big fish. What do we got here? Another rainbow. Another trophy cutthroat. Now I took a little bit of a penalty hit. That's the thing about the jig winner, is you will take a penalty hit with it because it is a little heavy for this. Even though it's a 12-pound rod, just 1 pound different. That 1 pound weight difference does give you a penalty hit. But when you hook into the unique rainbows, you're going to be glad you have it. So you're still earning. Now, if you go back to the other rod that which is just 1 pound less, let me go ahead and pull that one up whenever I get this done. And we'll put the X series lure on that one, and we'll get a better XP out of it. It won't cast as far. The reason I like the jig winner is because it's how far it can cast. Come on. Right in here. Gets a little shallow right about there. And there's kind of like a little deep hole right there. And it's shallow again. And there's a deep hole right close between that rock and this rock. There's a little deep hole right in here. Get it off the bottom. Oh, didn't get a bite there. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull out the other spinning rod that I have, and we'll change, and we'll put the X series barbless. The great thing about the X series barbless, if you stay here 3 days, you get it, but you don't just get one, you get 5 of them. So you know, you don't just get one lure, you get 5, so you get to use them. And you can use this lure anywhere in the game. We'll look at our fishing time. Uniques, you can catch them at different times, but they are... See, somebody just caught a unique rainbow trout. There's other places to catch the unique rainbow trout, but I've usually catch it right around there. Come on. Well, if it's not catching it right there, let's look at our fishing time here. No, let's go over here. And we're getting towards that peak. Cast right in here. Right behind, on this, to the right, I mean to the left of that big rock, sometimes is where you can catch the unique red band. There we go. Get that max drag all the way up there where that, and we're at the limit of the reel. Look at that. Just right on the edge of red. Keep that rod bent up. Now we'll get a little better XP. We won't get hit with this rod, even though it's just 1 pound difference. The game really thinks the jig winner is overpowered for this. There's another nice rainbow, and unique rainbow right there. So, all right, so there you go. Look at that, 379, 500, good. Okay, so now You can catch the unique Oregon red band. I almost always catch that sucker right in this region right here. You can actually cast right over here. I'll catch it almost always in this little hole between these two rocks here. I've caught it at different places, but this is where I normally catch it. I haven't had a whole lot of bites right in here this time. That changes. There's a little bit of a dynamic. Okay, so if I was running the bottom rods, I probably wouldn't have caught the unique. But if you want to catch the unique, and the bottom rods are going too fast. Now another place we can go is over here. Let me go over here. All the way around here. Okay. And if you want to catch brown trout, and right back there you can catch the unique Oregon red band right there, but right in here you catch some big old brown trout. Okay, on the feeder rods, this is a great place. You catch 7-pounders, but if the unique rainbow is pretty much caught right there, so throw that out, and it's very deep out there, like 30 feet deep. So you just got to wait for the lure to fall. And you don't even want to start reeling before it's down at least past halfway. You can watch the lure chart graph and then just start pulling it in and around. And there we go. And that's it. And really faithfully, you can catch the unique rainbow right on that spot right there. Yeah, that's the unique rainbow for sure. Look at it dragging out. And you also catch the unique Oregon red band, same exact way, same exact spot. But you can catch it over here against this cliff wall too. So, you know, but you're almost exclusively going to catch the unique rainbow on this X series barbless spinner. Yes, you can catch it on other things, but not as reliably. Not as reliably. Yeah, see, now if I had the jig winner, I'd have a lot better chance with this fish. But, like I said, if you use a smaller spinning rod and you hook into the unique rainbow, you're going to be at it for a while. I don't like, because this is a barbless spinner, and if it jumps, you can actually lose the fish. As long as you don't do this little pulling motion when it jumps out of the water, you're pretty safe. If it's under the water, it's okay. But if it jumps, it can actually throw the hook, and I don't like to risk it. I just use it real quick to kind of change their direction. It makes them kind of jump. Come on. And kind of turn it around. Right there. Alright, so you have the possibility. Look at that. Ooh, almost, yeah. Now that's nice. That's nice. Okay, so you have the possibility to catch 2 unique rainbows per peak at Lake Falcon. Okay. Let's just go back out there again, same spot, and see if we can't pull in the unique red band. And that's actually the highest XP fish at Lake Falcon is the unique red band. So, like I said, let it fall at least down past halfway. Okay, and then we'll just do a little stop and go. Or you can do a straight, slow retrieve. And there we go. That's the unique Oregon red band. Or it's a trophy rainbow. We'll see what it is. I can't see yet. It's a, yeah, I believe it is a red band. Looks like it. No, no, not. No, it's a rainbow. Oh, just a regular rainbow. Okay. It sure fought hard. But see, you can just catch them one right after the other right there. Now, if you throw over here, you're going to catch brown trout like that. And the brown trout get up to close to 8 pounds. I forgot to let it fall. It's still good. About 150 feet out, let it fall down, and then start bringing it in. There's a lot of big fish out there. Now, about 100 feet, it gets real shallow. You'll see it looks like the lure is going down, but actually the ground coming up to meet it. Even draw it in, and then once you get past that, and once you get up here close, there's some big old brown trout that might come up and grab it real close to the shore here. Little ones hitting it. Sometimes you'll see them take a swing at it pretty quick right around here. Yeah, see? Just small ones. Okay, so what we're going to do now is throw back in here. It's real deep over here against this rock wall too. And I have caught the unique Oregon red band back in here. You will hook into... Ooh, come on. Now, if you use the nano spinner, you will actually hook all those little ones. But you also can catch the unique Oregon red band on that nano spinner. They seem to take it pretty good. Right around here should pick up a pretty nice sized brown trout if one's hungry. We'll jig her down here, see if we can get anything. Okay, so if you want to catch a lot of brown trout, go ahead and put the rod stand down here. Back it up. And let's get this all around. Drop it right there. About 90 feet. Okay. And we'll get the this one here, throw it out about 100 feet. Same thing. Just keep things. Got a snag here. And then, of course, you can run your spinning rod same time. But we'll start getting bites pretty fast. Yeah, this time we're going to let it sink down. I started reeling before it got all the way down last time and I didn't get anything, so right about halfway, little stop and go action. Had a little hit. It went from clear to cloudy, so the weather changed, and that may be affecting the bite just a little bit. But you see how it works, guys. Especially at the other spot, that doesn't matter what's going on. Actually, you can fish there day or night at the other spot and be catching fish just as fast. Over here is a little bit slower bite, but you'll catch some bigger brown trout here. Later on, if you try to do the monster mission, the Falcon Lake monster fish mission, that green buoy out there is kind of where you catch that thing, and that's about a 30-pound monster rainbow. So don't even try it with this equipment. you gotta have a really good spinning rod, or is it a float rod? One or the other, I can't remember, but you have to have a really good rod to catch that. Yeah, so when it goes to cloudy, you'll start seeing a lot more misses on the lure here. But if there's a big one out there, it'll take it no problem. There we go. There we go. And let's see what we've got here. A nice fish, nice, stripping out. What color is it? Is it a big old trophy? It's a brown trout. Nice brown trout. I've caught my biggest brown trout right over here against this rock wall. Nice. Good XP on that one. Well, it's not going to go out that far. I got it clipped, I forgot. Actually, I'm going to pull this into 70 feet. It had a bite, but it let go. 70 feet's a little bit better for this one over here, not 90. I want to change my retrieve to a faster stop and go. Increase the speed. Oh, they are just missing. That's that cloudy weather does that. But you can see they're right there. Okay, guys. Well, that is actually like this spot is not as good as the other, but you can catch that unique trout, and if you keep fishing here, you will catch that unique Oregon red band. But this is the primary spot right here for just flat out grinding on trout. We'll go ahead and put our rods down again, and you'll see the action here is just non-stop. You got so much fish going on here. And it just is like that for the whole peak. And I have filled up basically in a single peak time fishing all these rods here. I normally get 190 pounds of trout. 190, okay, which is about 17,000 game cash and 5,000 XP. So, especially fishing with the spinning rod at the same time, it's just a great place to fish and grind on trout, and it's a lot funner, and you're gonna be, making as much XP or more than you would at Emerald Lake. So while the walleye might be technically a higher valued fish, you have to fish with them with minnows, which cost more than than the natural eggs, so you're spending more per fish, and and it's slower. The bite is slower, and the fish are not as fun to catch. They're boring to catch. I'm like pulling in a dead log. Here, these fish are jumping. They're hitting rocks. You know, it was red band. Cool, cool, cool. No, a little young rainbow. I thought it was red band. But this is fun, guys. This is. I've never gone to Emerald. Probably never will. I mean, I have gone there. I've caught. I've done the missions and stuff there, but it's just a boring lake. And this is just so much more funner. So, guys, I hope